I pretty much go on and on and on and on and on and on about how much I love spring. I don't know if you've ever heard me say that. Maybe, maybe not. One of the main reasons I love spring is because of rhubarb. It's literally one of my favorite things to bake with. Today's recipe is a rhubarb streusel crumb bar. It's really fun. It's a great way to use rhubarb. You only need a half a pound, so if you have like an extra stalk laying around or your rhubarb patch is almost grown out, this is the recipe to make. Trim the ends of the rhubarb. The leaves are poisonous, so you certainly don't want them, plus they don't taste like anything, so don't eat those. And then slice it lengthwise, just because this is kind of a thick stalk. You don't have to do it if it's less thick. You need a half a pound of rhubarb cut into half-inch pieces. Add your rhubarb to a tablespoon of light brown sugar. It doesn't have sweet at all, but you add sweet to it and it gives an amazing tangy sweet balance that is unmatched really. And then add a quarter cup of flour. The flour is there to thicken the juices in the rhubarb because it's actually really watery, so you want to make sure that you have something there to absorb it so it doesn't go into the cake while it's baking. Now you want to make a streusel or a crumb topping. In this bowl I have a half a cup of brown sugar. To that add a cup of flour. And then 6 tablespoons of melted unsalted butter, and just stir it together with a fork until it starts to form clumps and everything is combined, and that's exactly what you're looking for because this is your streusel topping. It's coming together. And then in another bowl you're going to combine 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour, half a teaspoon of baking powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of fine salt. If you're using coarse salt, that's fine, just use a half teaspoon. Whisk it together and then start your creaming. In this bowl, I have 1 stick of softened unsalted butter, not melted, and I'm gonna cream that with 1 cup of confectioner's sugar. Protect yourself. Beat and to combine, start on low, and then you can gradually turn it higher as the butter and confectioner's sugar combine. If you start off too high, you're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna get coated in a light dusting of confectioner's sugar. If that's your thing, then go right ahead and do it. Once it's nice and creamed and everything is well combined, you can add your eggs one at a time. Add the eggs, and then beat to combine after each addition, and then add your second egg. And then the vanilla extract, a half a teaspoon of vanilla. Don't measure it over the bowl because you never know when you're going to spill the entire bottle in there and then ruin the entire thing, okay? I mean, you can do it at your own risk. And then add your flour. Make sure you turn down your mixer for this too. Similarly to the confectioner's sugar, you want to make sure you don't let the flour go flying everywhere. Beat the flour in until it's just combined, and then you're going to want to put it into an 8x8 baking dish that's been buttered, lined with parchment, and lightly floured. Spread the batter evenly into the pan. Spatula works great for that. And then sprinkle the rhubarb mixture evenly over the top. And then the streusel goes on top. I like to sort of press it between my fingers so kind of larger clumps form, but it's up to you. You can do it however you want. Bake in a 350-degree oven until a toothpick inserted in the center comes out with moist crumbs. Should take about 40 to 45 minutes. Once the crumb bars come out of the oven, you want to make sure that you let them cool completely in the pan, and then you can lift them out using the overhangs of parchment. You might need to run your knife around the edges just to ensure that it's completely released from the sides, and then you should be able to lift it out. Dun, 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 dun. Ah! Yay, it worked. And then just cut it into pieces however big you want. Once you've had the patience to let the crumb bar cool, I feel like you should indulge yourself by allowing yourself to taste it immediately before anybody else does. And that's what I'm gonna do. It's like a crumb bar cookie cake thing. And it's really good. Great way to use rhubarb. Just go out and make it today. Sort of like a cross between a crumb cake and a cookie. It's like a cookie crumb bar cake. Hi guys, thanks for watching this video. Be sure to click here if you want to subscribe and click over here if you want to continue watching more great videos like this.